Well, this morning, some of you waking up to rain while others are seeing snow. We'll let you know what to expect as you step out the door.
I'm Maria LaRosa live in Cincinnati, Ohio. One thing the candidates won't have to worry about in this battleground state is the weather holding folks back. Sunshine is out, but we'll let you know what it will be like where you're headed out to the polls coming up.
Plus, we're tracking a nor'easter posed to impact every state from Florida to Maine. New details on the threat level as states are still recovering from Sandy. Your weather today continues now. Good morning to you. It's Tuesday, November 6, 2012, Election Day. Welcome into Your Weather Today. I'm Stephanie Abrams, live in New York.
Hi, Steph. Good morning to you. Good morning, everyone. I'm Mike Bettis, the Weather Channel headquarters in Atlanta. A very busy, wet day in some portions of the country, and that will include the South. Will that impact voter turnout? We'll take a look at that straight ahead, but we're going to take you this morning to South Florida and to Miami and show you what it looks like right now. We definitely have a mix of sun and clouds. Miami, South Florida, we think that weather not likely to impact you at all today. In fact, it's going to be all your neighbors off to the north. That includes Tampa and Orlando and places like Jacksonville as you try to get out there and cast your ballot. Well, let's show you what is happening right now. And how about these thunderstorms rolling in toward Tampa? Strong line just off the coast right now. But Tampa Bay, all the way down to Sarasota, and I think to St. Pete, you're all going to get nailed. And eventually Daytona Beach and Orlando, you'll get hit as well. Jacksonville, we have the rain coming through. Some of the strongest storms are now off the coast here, but right up I-95 into Savannah, over toward Charleston, up toward the beaches, including Myrtle Beach. You have some rain for you this morning. Columbia, South Carolina, over toward Augusta on your way toward Chattanooga. Western North Carolina, there's some snow in there, believe it or not, highest elevations. And then how about the storms that have just parked themselves over Atlanta right now? Incredibly heavy rain. There's a close-up view for you. Right now it's 49 degrees in Atlanta, 48 in Marietta. Head over toward Dallas, it's 48 degrees, and in Peachtree City it's 52. But the rain sticking around all morning long, sticking around through early afternoon as well. By later in the day, we're talking 7 o'clock when the polls close, your temperature is going to be right around 50 degrees for you in Atlanta here at 46 in Marietta. So we are going to have some impact with the rain, especially the first half of your day. So Florida through the Carolinas, up through probably Virginia late in the day, you'll look for the rain, but now drier forecast. Memphis, New Orleans, and on your way over toward Dallas as well. But will weather have an impact as you head out to the polls in places like Atlanta? WXIA's Julie Wolf is out.
I'm Julie Wolf in Atlanta, the Morningside part of Atlanta, and usually by this time on election morning, we're seeing a little more activity. Sometimes voters already waiting in line to cast their ballots. That is not the case here yet this morning. It's been so windy and so rainy this morning that poll workers are waiting until the last minute to put out their vote here signs. We do have some voters that are waiting in their cars where it's dry, waiting for the polls to open, but they won't be out here waiting in the rain. Hopefully, election workers say they'll do what they can to keep these lines moving. It is supposed to rain here through the busiest part of the election day here in Georgia. That's between 7 and 9 a.m. where a lot of people get out to vote before they go into work. And it's going to be like this pretty much through those morning hours. And there's been mixed speculation from both parties here about what that will do to voter turnout. Again, in Atlanta, I'm Julie Wolf.
Julie, thank you very much. Let's talk about Decision 2012, the weather and your vote. Obviously, it's just pouring buckets for us right now in a place like Georgia. But let's take you down to Florida because we also have some rain in your forecast. But first, take you to Tallahassee. At noontime, we'll be partly cloudy, about 67 degrees, and 7 o'clock, we look to be dry as well. However, we take you into Orlando at noontime. We have thunderstorms in the forecast. We just showed you that on the radar. That may slow you down. I'd go out early or I'd go out late if you're going to vote here. And in Tampa, thunderstorms happening for us right now. They last through noon. At 7 o'clock, we should be drier, though. Temperature right around 67 degrees. So places, big cities, Steph, Orlando and Jacksonville and Tampa, all impacted by rain and thunderstorms today.
Dealing with rain in Florida, but it's the cold air from the mid-Atlantic on into the northeast. We still have advisories that are posted here through the mid-Atlantic where you see the pink. Basically, our temperature is hovering right around the 30-degree mark, but they're all supposed to expire around 9 o'clock here. So it is going to be warming. Why? Because we'll get that sunshine. Here's a look at our current temperatures, mainly into the 30s. We do have some 20s here into Charleston, also into Burlington. Bangor, you're in the 20s as well. as we head throughout the day, we won't have any problems here. No rain, no snow until we get into tomorrow and Thursday. That's when things will change, and we will see that rain and snow start to move in. So thankfully, we don't have to deal with it on Election Day. Now let's have a look at our forecast here in New Hampshire as we head throughout the day. No problems whatsoever. Sunshine and our temperatures into the 40s. But let's bring in our winter weather expert to talk more about that threat of the rain, the wind, the snow. And I think what's interesting, Tom, is this is going to be no Sandy, and the winds are also going to be coming from another direction. So maybe the Bay areas of Cape Cod could potentially have some big issues with this, with the onshore flow.
Yeah, because the winds are coming from more of a northerly direction than coming from the east. Those northeast-facing bays like Cape Cod are going to see more of the impact as we get into probably the Wednesday night time frame for up around the Cape. And this is all due to this developing nor'easter. Just want to show you again the issues that we have with looking at the energy that's going to produce the system. Here's one area right here and a second area right here. This is producing the low-pressure system. All the showers that Mike just talked about going through Atlanta right now, that's a low-pressure system. But here is where the energy comes down out of the upper Midwest and energizes this low to really develop this coastal storm. And this is going to be significant impacts in the area. We're going to have to pay attention to the details here. But again, along that east coast, we're going to have some real issues with wind and rain. We'll send it back to you, Mike.
Thank you very much. Still to come this morning on Your Weather Today. Weather and your vote. The big day is finally here, but some of us were dealing with the weather and also some wet conditions and cold. We'll let you know what to expect when you head to the polls.
We'll get the latest on the recovery efforts following Sandy. And if you want to donate to the millions impacted, go to weather.com or go to Red Cross.